Whoa. What is this? Okay then. Torpedo room.
The torpedo room, huh?
There might be another torpedo left. I'll check out there.
Okay, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about the ram. You don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, or something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then.
Alright, yeah. It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be one left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo.
Coordinates.
And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck!
Can you turn it on for me? Or do I have to do it myself? Move, girl, you're in the one I want! You're the one I want! I just totally missed what she said. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just ignored what she said. I read it, but I didn't listen to it.
What will happen to these 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
There's no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile?
Me? Oh, of course I will. Count on it.
Oh, I gotta move my butt out of there.
Whoopsie daisy missile.
Oh, he's gotta switch to ones that work. Then I should be able to get out of here. There we go. I guess that's why that one's there. There we go. There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable.
All set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is it?
The command room looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right, okay, hop into it and hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks. Both of us launch into the missile? No, it's only me. Missile, come with me.
I've already set the torpedo's course. I'll head towards the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be the window of your opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back to save you. It'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry, I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camellia behind. I can't do it.
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Cecil.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn! You staying here won't change our fate. If we go with Cecil, we might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can't understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camellia. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be alright here waiting for you. We'll see each other then, don't worry. Miss Camellia!
Little go-getter.
That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch.
We're ready.
Cecil?
Yes?
We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other, right? Again? Right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promise, little lady.
Of course we will! I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes then.
Good luck, friend!
These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I tried to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But now, can a ray of hope reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Oh no. Jowd's dead. Detective Jowd!
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him.
Better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and it's sinking, so I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd.
Are you serious? Oh man, what happened? Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Cecil? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. And is Camellia? And how is Camellia? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yonua. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my power. You followed us? I didn't even notice! It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? Yamiel? Yomiel. Yomael. Yomael. Yomael? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So your real name is Yomael, huh? That's right. Those people on the Yonua were calling you Cecil. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I don't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. About Yomael. Yomiel. Or Yomiel. Or Yomiel? Yomael. Or Yamiel. It could be Yamiel. I don't know, dude.
10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
System engineers? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining the project. Project? What project? It was... Oh, hold on. I gotta start a new recording. Don't want to lose this. It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It does sound like it's something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I ever have to deal with spies.
It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect.
I was the guy who built the core of the system.
The police arrested you, and then the incident happened.
He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent?
About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel.
Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I exited this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of the time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of the endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair, and I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering.
And so that's why you murdered Alma.
That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
What?
It was the twisted wish of my mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal.
The deal?
What is it about, the deal? Oh! I knew what the title was gonna be before I even saw it.
There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal?
A new life.
Life?
I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me.
Rebirth? A new beginning, eh?
I didn't care if it was fake life or artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity in an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by loving family. That's the kind of life I asked for.
A completely man-made life?
That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew I couldn't take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask the national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I expected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about.
And you had no idea they were doing all of this?
None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Themis meteorite from the park?
They couldn't.
Huh? After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about a source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. My throat is hurting really bad. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. I've been playing this for like it should be 4 hours right now. Oh my goodness, 4 hours of content. Just me constantly reading. My voice is gonna die. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me the odd left-leg guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. The park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale.
So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsis meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy the park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh?
So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh?
Yeah, it's the ending I deserve.
But at least there's one thing you must be happy about.
What's that?
You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camellia we save them.
We can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now.
Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us.
Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. I just noticed something. You can see the top of the emulator right there. Oh my goodness. I gotta edit that out.
So, where are we headed?
We're not headed anywhere, Detective Jowd.
What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon and that will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that you trapped here too. He's a robot.
By the way, I'm not human, Detective.
I'm the Terminator.
I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective.
What?
Your country's use of technology. It's just plain off.
We get that a lot, Detective.
What would you go to all the trouble to do this?
Why would you?
That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore.
Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective.
Possibility? What are you talking about?
There's no need for you to know, Detective. Well, shit. Now it's time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective.
Ugh. Camellia, forgive me.
It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. The dude's a robot, can't we manipulate him? Or he manipulate him? He may be the key to us. Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from this body. Of course there isn't. The Tempsys fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell? Giving us some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibly, no matter how small it is, that they are afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of the Tempsys. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death.
Right, but not anymore. The Tempsys fragment has been taken away.
Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Tempsys fragment was removed from my shell because it became a regular corpse. So let's see. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death.
But wait a minute. Exactly when is this? When is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out.
When we get there, let's move!
Ooh, didn't expect this to happen.